Hello there, welcome to the Infrastructure. I am Tina Oje. Did you know that Abuja is one of the few cities in the world that is built from the scratch? It is Africa's only purpose-built capital city. It has an excellent road network, beautiful rolling terrain and modern Nigerian architecture. Like every other modern cities of the world, there are provisions of road furniture, which purely are not just for decorative purposes. It holds a multitude of significant values. On Infrastructure today, we take a look at these road furnitures. What are there? Does a capital city like Abuja have enough compared to other modern cities of the world? You will find out only if you stay. Do well to follow us on all our social media handles now showing on your screen. We take a quick break now. When we return, we will bring you top stories that made the news on infrastructure in Nigeria, Africa, and around the world this week. Do well to stay. China to build Nigerian's transport university free. President Buhari pledges world-class infrastructure for Lagos, Kano, and Abuja airports. Construction of facilities at Kainji Air Base commences. On the international scene, floating solar demonstration project to be installed off Seychelles coast. Details of these stories and more shortly. The Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, has disclosed that the $50 million University of Transportation, Daura, scheduled to take off September next year, will be built free of charge by the Chinese government. The minister, who stated this in Daura, Katsina State, during his maiden inspection tour of the ongoing project, also informed that Techniques Engineering Architectural Marketing Team, the project consultants, have promised to provide their services free of charge as well. The Transportation Minister further explained that the brain behind the $50 million university is to acquire technology needed to operate the railway system currently being built by the China Civil Engineering Construction Company when the Chinese withdraws. Though not in the original plan, a primary and secondary school has been added in the master plan to cater for the schooling needs of children of families who will be working there. According to him, what is ongoing now is the clearing work, as construction work will commence in September. The minister had earlier, shortly after inspecting the project site, paid a courtesy call on the Emir of Daura, Alhaji Umar Farouk Umar. He said the university was not part of the railway contract but was donated to the federal government by the Chinese government free of charge. The minister, however, said that the contractors have assured that they would give the project the same attention they accord to the railway construction. It will be recalled that the groundbreaking ceremony for the project was performed by President Muhammadu Buhari on December 2nd, 2019. President Muhammadu Buhari has promised that his administration would deliver world-class airport infrastructure to Lagos, Abuja, and Kano international airports to improve socio-economic development of the country. President Buhari made the pledge during the official reopening of the Akanu Ibiam International Airport, Enugu, in Enugu State. The president, represented by the Minister of Aviation, Senator Hadi Sirika, said he would not renege on his effort to upgrade Enugu Airport to international world-class standard. He said the airport, which was closed down a year ago due to poor flight operations, was now ready for international flight operations. The president said he was also ready to upgrade infrastructure facilities in other international airports in the country to world-class standard. President Buhari said that his administration will soon deliver the completion of the cargo and international terminals at the airport. He said that the Ministry of Aviation had just released additional 1 billion naira for the completion of the terminal building at the airport. The president said the challenge to the completion of the terminal include the availability of bitumen, the rainy season, and the COVID-19 pandemic in the country. The construction of new facilities to support the anticipated 12A-29 Super Tucano light attack aircraft in the Nigerian Air Force, NAF, the air branch of the Nigerian Armed Forces, has commenced at the Kainji Air Base located in the western state of Niger at the southern end of Lake Kainji. The project comprises the construction of a new 12-kilometer chain-link perimeter fence, ammunition storage area including an observation tower and lighting, improvement to the two base entry control points, and the construction of a permanent arm-the-arm pad. It also involves the renovation of existing aircraft hangar and air traffic control tower, the configuration of a new stimulator training room, and renovation of an aircraft parking apron, as well as the conversion of an existing runway hammerhead into a temporary arm-the-arm location, retrofitting a parking apron to a tie-down and grounding area and providing temporary structures for aircraft and secure storage. The project is financed by the U.S. Air Force Security Assistance and Cooperation, Directorate Foreign Military Sales Construction Division, and contracted to the United States Army Corps of Engineers. The construction work is expected to be completed before or in May 2024. The House of Representatives have expressed worry over the slow pace of work on the Abuja-Kano-Zaria-Kano Road project awarded by the federal government in 2018. The chairman, House Committee on Works, Kabir Abubakar Bichi, made the disclosure during a courtesy visit to Governor Abdullahi Ganduje on Friday, 28 August 2020 in Kano. The lawmakers said the committee might be forced to ask the government to re-award the 400-kilometer contract to several other contractors to ensure that the project was completed within the stipulated time. He expressed disappointment that after about 26 months since the commencement of work on the project, only less than 20% of the work have been completed. According to him, despite collecting 70 billion naira out of the 155 billion naira total sum of the contract, Beja is still yet to do substantial work on the project, and the contract tenure is 36 months, and the company spent 26 months on the project, and they have only 9 months remaining. He added that in phase 1 of the project from Zuba to Kaduna, unfortunately, only 10 kilometers have been executed out of the 165 kilometers, while from Kaduna to Zaria, only 5 to 6 kilometers completed out of the 75 kilometers. Then from Zaria to Kano, only 11 kilometers has been executed. He said that the House will not accept any extension of the completion date or a variation of the project. And to some stories on the international scene, a floating photovoltaic demonstration project is expected to be installed off the coast of Seychelles Province Industrial Estate. The project, a first for the island nation, will exhibit the technical concept and show benefits of offshore solar photovoltaic compared to fossil fuel power. The project will be implemented by Swimsur in partnership with Energy Solutions Seychelles. Swimsur is a solar energy provider for Maldivian resorts and pioneer in the marine floating solar development. Following consultation with the Infrastructure Ministry, the site was identified. It is a piece of the public domain sea area of 150 by 150 meters off the coast of Providence Industrial Estate on the east coast of the main island of Mahé. The team found that the site was ideal for demonstration research and teaching projects as it is easily accessible. Additionally, no corals are located under the site, hence it was outlined that there will be no negative environmental impact. The consultant added that in Seychelles, where there is a lack of land, the sea is the best area to do such a project. That's it on the infrastructure news segment today. The program continues after this break. Do well to stay with us. Welcome back and many thanks for staying with us. You're still watching The Infrastructure, where we focus on the state of infrastructural development in Nigeria, Africa, and around the world. While on the road, anything can happen. You can safely cross the road in one moment and then an accident occurs. This is quite unpredictable. You can be new to a city and may need direction. Fortunately, there are traffic signs guide signs, warning signs on the road that are required for safe driving, inform road users, and help pedestrians. These signs are part of what is called road furniture. On Infrastructure this week, we examine this road furniture in Abuja. What are there? Do we have enough in the streets of Abuja? Engineer Samson Derisu, a civil engineer who majors in road construction, will be joining us to speak on this road furniture in Abuja. But firstly, let's find out how many persons have heard the word street furniture or used one in Abuja.
I don't know anything about road furniture before.
Road furniture? No. Well, I know of furnitures, but I don't understand what you mean by road furniture.
So you have not used any road furniture before?
Well, I don't think so. I don't know.
Actually, I don't know.
Well, you have never seen one or used one before?
I have never seen or used one, but I know about the pedestrian. All this road that we sit on, maybe to relax or when we are waiting for vehicles.
Yes, the little I know about road furnitures are the accessories on the road for cautions. In area of cautions, we have on the road U-turn and signposts for directions. Then we have bus stop. There are some of our bus stops on the road. We have benches or roofs that will secure the what is it called, the passengers for a short time.
Welcome back. Joining us now to discuss about this road furniture is the CEO and MD of Just Meet Nigerian Limited, Engineer Samson Ezomo Derisu. Okay. Welcome, Engineer Samson. It's good to have you on Infrastructure today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, firstly, for the benefit of some of our viewers who are just hearing this word, road furniture, for the first time, can you tell us what the word road furniture is, what constitutes a road furniture, and what are their significance in our roads?
Road furniture, ordinarily, if you hear it as a layman, you would think it has to do with chairs, tables. No, it differs. We are talking of road furnitures, we are talking of the major components, the things that make up the infrastructure of the roads. And when we are talking of road furnitures, we talk of items such as, first of all, we have the signage, the signs that makes up the roads. For instance, if you are going from here to Beggar, for instance, it's called that ordinarily in advanced nations, it's called that intervals at road junctions, there will be billboards. There will be billboards that would enable you to know the diversion by the right is going to Mabushi, the one by the left is linking you to the villa, while straight ahead will take you to Beggar. So that is just a brief explanation of that signage. Then another component of road furniture, we talk of the earthwork, because the earthwork will tell you exactly how the roads came to be. The first thing does not just mean it's not the asphalt that we apply or the coal as we call it in our local dialect here. No, the earthwork, what has taken place from the clearing of the road, the removing of the topsoil, the unsuitable materials, everything till you get to the finishing, the asphalting, the road now comes to, that is the earthwork of a thing. The outside the earthwork, another component of furniture again is the drainages. You discover that why those drainages are very, very important is that as the water flows into falls on top of the road, it needs to flow somewhere. It's where we don't have proper drainages, the water eventually comes back to the road to stand. And as it's there, two things are common. Two things are going to happen. One, a vehicle that is not careful, mindful of that water, at the time it runs into that water, there's a loss of friction. What is friction? Friction is the way the tire plies on the road. So once it get there, it's called that there's no more friction again. The tires cannot gum to that asphalt anymore. Before you know, it slides off the road. But where there are proper drainages, once the water falls on the road, it flows to the left or flows to the right into those drainages. Those drainages now conveys the water to the nearest the nearest culvert. So we have bus culvert also, where that one accumulates the water, and the moment they get the water, it now channels it to the appropriate place that this water can either link up to the stream, to the river, or a particular location that will be created for that water to flow into. Another that I didn't mention is that once the road is set, we have those the barriers, the barricades by the roads. Those ones separate or demarcate the roads. What is the essence of those ones in the road infrastructural furniture? Those ones help to prevent unruly behaviors on the roads. For instance, a driver want to make an unnecessary U-turn. You may want to do unnecessary U-turn, but at the time he sees that there is no access road, nowhere for him to turn. What does he do? He will not drive to the next U-turn where he can actually divert. So those barricades, those blocks you see at the center of the road, they are called road barriers. They demarcate the roads from the left and between the left and the right.
Okay, as a professional in road construction who has been in this for a long time, what's your general assessment of the Abuja road furniture?
Abuja road furniture, good. The general assessment is that there are some kind of deformities. How do I mean? It's called that the junctions, like I was telling you about signage. If you are driving from this point, this station to Bergen now, those junctions where you are supposed to have signage directing somebody who is new to the town, who has just come in for the first time, those things are not there. Now, there are supposed to be some places you have the marks of zebra crossing. Those things form part of the furniture. Those marks are not there. There are areas whereby there are supposed to be signs that no U-turn is allowed here. But it's called that those things are not there. So maybe where I begin to see a deformity is that maybe in the original master plan, because I've not had opportunity to have access to the original master plan and study it deeply. It's called that where that is in the master plan and it is followed up to the latter, those things will be there. But where this road furniture are not, it's called that there's always problem. And that is why we have a lot of road crashes in FCT. You agree with me that from this point to Berger to connect to Airport Road, there are no signs, no signposts directing people where to turn, where not to turn, where to stop. All those things are not there. Especially, we have another road furniture again, which is some bus terminals. If you go to some areas like Lagos, for instance, you discover that there are bus terminals, but in Abuja that is lacking, where everybody can stop anywhere in Abuja, pick up a passenger, go, and even though it's causing obstruction for road users, it doesn't care. But where there are bus terminals and you see a kind of shade is built there with chairs properly fitted to the ground so that it cannot be stolen. Those people will not gather there at any point. They know that once I get there, any vehicle that is coming will stop and I can from here now board the vehicle to my next bus stop. But in Abuja, those things are not there. So I don't really understand if in the master plan that was not built into the master plan.
Engineer, let's compare Abuja road furniture with other modern cities of the world. What is the standard globally?
Comparing it globally, we are still far behind. If you have opportunity to view the road furniture in Dubai, talking about signposts, the barricades, the U-turns, the signs, this is where you have to stop. Then this is the traffic light, good and fine, traffic light is part of it again. It's called that in those developed nations, all the traffic lights, both night and day, they are working. But you agree with me that if we can count 100 traffic lights in Abuja here, 65 of them are not working. So you discover that globally, the infrastructural furniture in Abuja fall below the standard. Though we call ourselves the third world, but I often tell people that it is your mentality that will classify you as a third world, because the people in the developed world, they are human like us. Their reasoning, we have the same reasoning like them. Nigerians that have gone out of this place over to that side are performing excellently there. So then it means that we can equally be creative, bring out our own, put our initiative into use, bring out new innovations, develop the city, and before you know, within a short while, we'll begin to compete with these developed worlds. So ordinarily, globally, if you see what is happening or what is obtainable in the developed nation, it is we are still far below. We are far below. Because in those developed nations, at zebra crossing, they are there. And any vehicle that is coming that sees people on the zebra cross knows that at that point, you have to slow down. People are crossing because that mark there is meant for people to cross when the road is a bit free. But in the FCT here, it is not be respected. Now you talk about the pedestrian bridges. Pedestrian bridges are built now. The government quite well is bringing them up, building them so that people can use. But the question is, are people actually using those pedestrian bridges now? No, they are not using them because of the old mindset that we have been carrying over and over. So you discover that if we have to measure with the global standard, we have to first of all change our psyche, our reasoning, so that we can begin to grow and ascend to meet up with those ones. Because for now, road furniture-wise, infrastructural-wise, we are still far behind.
Lastly, engineer, what's your advice to the government and the FCT administration as regard to the furniture, the road furniture in the FCT?
My advice will be is this. Now, after every rain, just take out your time, go through the city. You see water gathered almost everywhere that is not channeled to the right source. So those culverts that are built, where they have been built, we want to call on the government to see how to clear them, because some of them have been blocked along the line. For years, they have not been cleared. So let an agency be set up. If none is, FEMA is supposed to be doing that. So if that is not included in their duties or responsibilities, let an arm or an agency be set up to go and check these drainages and see when they are blocked, you clear them. Then where this water is not properly channeled, they cannot be channeled to the nearest source that can take the water out. Hence, you discover that once rainfall, there are some areas you cannot go to 2 or 3 hours after the rain because everywhere is flooded. It means there are drainages but not connected to where can convey that water to where it's supposed to go to. So my advice is that the government, as we call ourselves a developing nation, should take clue from the developed world. bring in this signage. This is very, very important. Bring in the signage, build terminals. Like in FCT now, there are no bus terminals. They can create, map out areas. The land belongs to them. Map out areas, build bus stops, put it in a fine shape so that people can now be gathered there. No, then it will stop all these people that are stopping here and there from picking this one chance. It's called when those bus stops are built, one chance will be completely eliminated. Everybody will now know where to stop and board the next bus stops.
All right, thank you very much, Engineer, for sharing some of your time with us. Thank you for your time. That was Engineer Samson Ezomo Dirisu, the Managing Director and the CEO of Josh Meads Nigerian Limited. He spoke on road furniture in the Federal Capital Territory. Let's take a quick break now. Do well to stay. Thanks for staying. That's all the time we have on the infrastructure today. Many thanks for watching. Please do follow us on all our social media handles showing on your screen. For your feedbacks and partnership on this program, you can write to us via this email address. To be part of the infrastructure work segment, simply send us images or videos of an infrastructure that needs attention in your locality via this number. I am Tina Oje. See you again.